Hey guys, so I am red as a beetroot right now. I just finished at the gym and today I've had an amazing day. So something I teach my clients is called the 5 pillars of health. And the 5 pillars of health, might be a little bit noisy on the walk back, are exercise, nutrition, sleep, self-care and water. Now these things lay a foundation, or your pillars of your health and self-care, putting yourself first, looking after yourself so that you can show up as an inspiring leader. Thanks for all the love, guys. Hey David, hey Boyd, hey John. Is there anyone else? It's not letting me scroll up, so I don't think so, unless it's broken. How is everyone? So when you put yourself first and when you put these things first, then you're able to show up and give to others. You want to give to others when your cup is overflowing. You give them the overflowing stuff, not from here and you're taking some of what's yours. Because when you're not looking after these things, you have no energy, you gain weight, you're weak, you're prone to injury and sickness, you're not fit or strong, you snap easily, you're not present or mindful, you're not the best leader, you lack confidence, and every day is just harder than it has to be. So when you are looking after these things, you're confident, you're fit, you're healthy, you've got energy. When obstacles come your way, you're able to deal with them easily and quickly. And, anything around you can happen, but you're able to bounce back from it like that. Your whole world can be falling apart, but you're not falling apart internally. And a lot of people don't get this. A lot of people think that if they put themselves first, then other people come last, but it doesn't. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Don't know what happened there. Awesome. Thanks, Boyd. So you don't need to, if you're putting yourself first, you don't need to put others last. It means that they're up there with you. Check this out, by the way. It's really cute. Old part of town. I'm in Portugal. Hey Helen, how are you? And I find a lot of parents do this, particularly mums. They have mum guilt, or dads probably have it as well, where you feel like you've got to put your kids first, you've got to put your family first, and in business you feel like you've got to put your clients first. But all that happens when you do that, what really shows up is a lack of boundaries. Oh, check this one out. So pretty. So cute. When you do that, when you're saying yes to everyone else, you're saying no to yourself. And that means you have a lack of boundaries. It can mean that you're a very empathetic person, that you really have a big heart and you want to help people and change the world, which is admirable. But when you do that too much, you feel like you're giving and giving and giving, and because you're not giving back to yourself. And what that can then cause is resentment. You can blame others. You can judge and criticize others and get angry at other people for taking your time, taking your energy, taking your generosity. But the thing is, no one can take anything from you. You've given that away because of a lack of boundaries, because you're putting others first above yourself. So what you need to realize, and what I've realized recently as well, is that no one can give you anything, but also no one can take anything from you. So the thing is, you have to give it to yourself. Whatever you want, you've got to give to yourself. An example of this recently, I'm like walking through this shortcut. An example of this recently was my boyfriend and I, he's over here in Portugal with me at the moment visiting me, and things came up around, well, I would say to him, well, I want touch, or I want quality time with you, or I want this or I want that, or I want you to communicate with me in this way because that means I will know what you want or how to talk to you or how to support you. And the thing is, he doesn't need to give me any of that. If we're both putting ourselves first, if we're both putting our health, our self-care first, if we're both connected to our purpose and in alignment and just really focusing on ourselves, then we don't need to give each other anything because we're giving it to ourselves. And when we do that, we create time, space, energy, health, happiness. And then when we come together, we have quality time because we've given to ourselves first. And the thing is, we've realized we don't need to spend every second of every day with each other. It's more important to spend quality time together and put ourselves first so that we show up as the best version and truest version of ourselves when we are together. And when we do that, we're not riding an emotional roller coaster. We're talking to each other kindly. We're communicating effectively. We're both on purpose. We're making a difference in the world. We're happy. We're healthy. And we're growing together. We're able to show up and support each other. Okay. We're able to show up and support each other the best way that we can by putting ourselves first. Can anyone relate to this? Hey Scott, hey Bob, how are you guys going? And does anyone have any questions as well? So I've learned a lot recently, or this year as well, but especially recently because I've done a lot of inner work and been asking a lot of questions and allowing myself to have space and putting myself first. Now, when you have these foundations in place, you're able to then be connected to your purpose. You're able to give to others. You're able to help. You're able to grow fast and learn your lessons quickly and overcome any challenges or struggles that come your way. And the faster that you work through those things for yourself, the faster you can help your clients. The more that you heal your wounds and work on yourself and focus on yourself, the more you can heal your clients, the community, and the world. But if you're holding on to these things, if you're not fully letting go of them, if you're just doing the surface level stuff and not digging deeper and asking yourself the deeper questions or avoiding, medicating, escaping, then you're not fully letting go of it, and then you're not really able to help others with it. And what I mean by medicating, avoiding, and escaping is this. Medicating and all three of them really, it's doing things where you're not feeling the emotion, you're pushing it away, pushing it down, and you're using Netflix, drugs, alcohol, sex, being busy all the time, anything like that to avoid actually feeling the emotion and avoid dealing with the problem so that you can learn the lessons and grow. And you know, most of society does that. So what you want to do instead, when you feel something, when something comes up, actually feel the emotion, go, oh, I'm feeling like I can't express myself right now in my throat. I feel this bit of lump in my throat. So I know I don't need to fix that right now, but I'm just going to feel it. And instead of pushing it down or going, oh, I don't like this, I'm going to go do something else, I'm going to actually just sit here and be with it. I'm going to breathe through it. I'm going to let it pass. And then I'm going to journal or meditate or talk to my coach or whatever it is to be able to work through it, find the lessons and learnings to be able to let go, grow, and move forwards. So that's a really, really powerful tool and something most people don't do. But the more you do it, the more self-aware you become, the more aware of your body and your mind and your emotions. And the more that you practice this, the faster that you can let go and the faster that you can move forwards and grow. So I hope this has been useful. I want you to have a look at where you're doing these things in your life, bringing your emotions and bringing these things to your awareness, stopping, avoiding, medicating and escaping so that you can become more self-aware. And like I spoke about in the start, putting yourself first doesn't mean you're putting anyone else last look at your 5 pillars of health every day and see where you're at and see what you need to give back to yourself to be able to show up as an inspiring person in business, an inspiring leader, a role model, and for you to be able to grow as quickly as possible. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you've got any questions, pop them here or feel free to send me a personal message at any time. If you found this beneficial, if you found it useful, I'm trying to think of words, brain dead after the gym, please share it around. And if you're not, it's a bit noisy here. If you're not already in my free group, it's called 7-Figure Mindset for Entrepreneurs. Make sure you join me in there. So I hope you have an amazing day or night wherever you are in the world, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.